What up, family? CTR Media Network. Yeah. Best in the biz. Yeah. Join the team. CTR is who we are, the media network, that's the best by far. Whether you listen at your home, at your job, in your car, come get the information that's needed above par. Never lasting, motivational podcasting, giving you the answers to the questions that you're asking. Serious talks and topics, how to come up and profit, how to better yourself, your health is here, we got it. Reaching 350 million, they tuning in. We in 50 different countries, we all can. And like minded, find your purpose and your assignment. Come get your fix, your feel, your mental alignment. Get active and speak to the masses. Build your influence all levels and all classes. Now you know you can monetize and grow. CTR Media Network, start the show.
CTR Media Network is now accepting new podcasters to join our growing network that's reaching 350 million global listeners. Have you heard? CTR Media Network offers podcast production, podcast training, distribution, and product placement. Book us for your next event or schedule an interview with CTR Media Network podcasters today. To learn more, go to ctrmedianetwork.com. Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? I am Dr. Tina J. Ramsay, the host of the Tina Ramsay Show, and our show is all about motivating you, sharing knowledge, having upbuilding conversations centered around business, wellness, education, and life. We introduce you to some of the most standout entrepreneurs and influencers, along with podcasters that are truly making a positive impact in the world. So when you think of the words brilliance, balance, loving, compassionate, intentional, and leader, these are the words that describes today's guest. She is an award-winning TV show host. She's also known as the Balance Doctor, helping us have balance one step at a time. And she is also the host of the Kim Jacobs Show. And she's very, very well known for her skills in helping you and I build a TV show from scratch. So without further ado, let's bring on the woman of the hour. Yes, Kim Jacobs. Welcome to the show.
What a great introduction, Dr. Tina J. Ramsay. How are you?
I had to do it good, girl. This is award winning.
You did that. How are you today?
I'm doing amazing. How about you?
I'm doing well.
Well, I'm so excited to have you today because there's so many different layers to you. We see you every single week, 5 days a week at 11 a.m. EST every single day, bringing us some of the most amazing people to help us kickstart our life, help us think on a different perspective, or entertaining. You have had so many different guests on your show. So right now, what I want to talk about is the fact that you are known as the Balance Doctor. And so being known as the Balance Doctor, what does that encompass and how can you help us with this word? It seems such elusive. Balance. How can you help us, the Balance Doctor?
It's interesting you say that because so many people are like, balance, who can really attain that? Who can do that? Who can actually achieve ultimate balance in our lives? Well, the way that I view it is that I believe that God just won't put more on me than I can bear. And so if I'm wearing a specific hat or managing a specific role or responsibility, then he must trust me with that particular thing. So when I look at balance, I'm looking at it as, what is it that you want me to do, God, on this journey called life? Mm-hmm. And I don't want to leave any stones unturned, none. So what am I going to do with the gifts and the talents that you gave me to salt the earth, but not to get so out of sync that I'm all off on far left in and not able to do what he's called me to do. So balance for me means sometimes I'm in looking like things are great. And other times, even when it does not look like things are great, I'm still doing whatever I know is in the will of God for my life. So
I love that because in essence, balance is not truly something that we can do perfectly because we're imperfect. However, you're understanding that it is a balancing act because you're a mother of more than one child. You're also a community leader helping women and with entrepreneurship with the e-network, which we're going to tap into a little bit later. And you also are an author and you do a lot of different things. So to see that you are helping individuals like myself and also other people try to maneuver this thing that we call life is very, very gratifying. And I'm gonna tell you, I've been watching you for a while and you do it quite well. You make it look too easy.
Oh, definitely is not easy, but I believe again that God knows how to help us go through the different seasons of our lives. Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. So when I think about what you do and how you do it, let's talk about the e-network because I am a person that really love when people come together for community in order to build something amazing. And I know that you are not only a member of women, but you're also a director. So tell us a little bit about that because you had shared some with me before, but now that I have you on my show,
Yeah, now that I'm here, right? We can go ahead and have our own
audience,
conversation.
so they can know what all this is about.
Yes. So eWomen Network is an organization, it's internationally based, 118 chapters with over 500,000 members globally. It's an incredible organization that's founded by Sandra Yancey, CNN hero, and someone that believes that we should have 1 million business women entrepreneurs that earn $1 million in annual income. So a lot of our focus is helping business entrepreneurs connect together to network so that we can help each other's businesses get to another level. And we do that through what we call give first and share always. Instead of only focusing on our business, what can we do to help your business grow?
I love that. And the fact that all women coming together, when we come together, we can do some amazing, amazing
You
things.
better
So
believe it.
I'm
Yes.
happy that you're a part of that. And it only makes sense to add that on to what you do because I wanted people to know that it's more than one type of network. Yes, CTR Media Network is a network, but it's so many other networks that you can really take advantage of
Yes.
that can help you grow. And if you want to speak to Kim off camera more about that, you just reach out to her and click the
And I'll put it
information.
here. I'll put it
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
eWomenNetwork.com/Charlotte if you're interested in becoming a part of eWomen Network and putting me as your sponsor, and I'll connect you with your appropriate managing director throughout the country.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So you're also a speaker and you speak for many different events. You also is an author. So tell us a little bit about the books that you wrote or you took part in and
Yeah.
why you decided to take part in those books.
Yeah, okay. Well, actually, I go way back to my childhood for a minute. I used to be a part of like the authors conferences and Judy Blume, Beverly Cleary, and stuff like that. You can't
Yeah,
tell me
yeah.
nothing, right? I actually went and found at a Goodwill a Judy Blume book. I was like, oh, I'm gonna just lay out in the yard and look at this. I'm going back in my childhood days. But
Uh-huh.
I actually wrote my first official book called
Mhm,
Extreme Balance Makeover: How to Have Better Balance, Better Focus, and a Better Life.
mhm,
And those are simply tips that I compiled from me being the NBC expert on one of our local affiliates. And each week I would come on and talk about how to balance different pieces of life, how to balance like a parent-teen relationship, how to balance if you're dealing with an in-law, how to balance preventing drama in your life. All of that kind of stuff is in there. It's a resource book. And then the other 3 books, which are international bestsellers on Amazon, one is how to actually fight the battles that we fight in life. And there are so many wars and battles, but we only get to see what's on the surface. So my chapter is focusing on what lies beneath.
I love that.
That's a good one right there. Y'all want to get that. The other one is uh, Women of War and this peace in the midst of the storm. That one I talk about being able to birth a messenger of hope. And that's a deep one as well. I pour a lot of my soul out into some of these books. And then the final one is Rise Up: Women Who Lead, Building Legacy. And there are 33 authors in that with Dr. Nefertina Serrano. And my chapter is about rising up. Her children call her blessed, and my children wrote that chapter.
Oh, I love that. And one thing about you, I actually love how you always incorporate your children in what you're doing. And I think it's very admirable because later on, we're going to speak about one of your children and how you keep his legacy going, and your children, how they actually, the siblings actually come together to make that amazing. But before we go into all of that, what we're going to do, we're going to take a commercial break from our sponsors, and we'll be right back with the amazing Kim Jacobs. You guys make sure to like, follow, share, and subscribe, and tell your friends, because we have the balance doctor in the house tonight on the Tina Ramsay Show. We'll be back in a moment. And just like that, we are back, and I come along with a friend whom you might ask, the balance doctor herself, Kim Jacobs. And before the commercial break, we were speaking about her family, speaking about the different things that she's a part of, and how community is very, very important, and also helping us break down the misconception of what balance is and what it isn't. Right. So that we can also be realistic. But I do see a lot of people coming in from my virtual studio audience. So I want to give you guys a little shout out, that you know that I do see you. So hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Uh-oh, Lucy, I lost some of you. But anyway, this is some of the enetwork.com. Thank you guys for tuning in. We also have someone say, yes,
hey,
Miss
Mark,
Kim, love it. All right. So thank you so much, everybody, for coming in. So now let's speak a little bit about why, because I know a lot of people is in the room. I want to really talk to you before I go into that. I know that you started, or you have a DVD with an amazing person. Okay. So I need you to talk to us about
the old school.
How to start and succeed in seminars and business. So how was you able to do that? And tell us a little bit about it. And do you speak about this at events?
Oh, that's interesting that we found that piece. Yes, how to start and succeed in the seminar business. That's way back in the day. And it was when I was probably like in my early 20s or so. Les Brown, I would travel with him, and we went to do, you see how I'm holding my hands and I'm like younger there. I go back to those days. But anyway, we would train people how to basically share their stories to be able to earn income. And we would travel from city to city doing that. And we created this particular product, and it's a 2 CD set. But what I've done is I've digitized it, so it's actually an audio download that's available for you all right at kimjacobsshow.com. It's only like $39.99, so definitely get a copy of it, and you'll be able to get an audio download, get the pre-order of it, and we'll get it sent over to you. But the training is so, even though I was going back and looking at it, Dr. Tina, it's so relevant still, but it's talking about like trade associations, the real core basics of starting a seminar business to be successful in it. So that's what that content shares. And Dr. Les Brown is like just dropping all kinds of nuggets on that information.
Well, I feel that information can still hold some value right now, because what we're doing now, we're transitioning to the digital age. But one thing that we're going to always need is ones to teach us and ones to lead us. And so information that individuals have on this type of topics and everything that you're speaking about will be helpful now. It was helpful then, it's going to be helpful now, especially now, since everyone is trying to figure out this new era that we're living in and how they can fit in this new digital era, and how they can sort of pivot their businesses into what's going on now. So I really feel that it'll be of some value.
It is.
Many people, and everybody know Les Brown and you are amazing speakers. So of course,
it comes with a workbook too. Comes with a workbook.
Okay, now that need to be in the homeschool curriculum for somebody.
I know.
that need to be flipped to a homeschool curriculum.
But about PowerPoint. It's the PowerPoint put into a binder kind of thing for you.
Well, I love it. And so when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, look at Kim trying to hold back and even tell me." out here doing things. Okay.
Right on kimjacobshow.com. When you go there, that's our Shopify store, and it'll have that product right on the front page so you can get a copy of it and share it with any motivational speakers and authors, anybody you know that would benefit from it. It will send you back to the library, though. It's going to take you going back to your local library.
Well, we need to get up, we need to get out the house and we need to utilize our library. So, and we need to keep using our brains.
Yes.
AI is amazing, but it's gonna make us where we're not gonna remember anything. I remember back in the day when I used to put my telephone number in my phone, and now I just put it in once and then just press the button. You don't remember numbers like you used to remember.
No, Dr. Tina, it's crazy.
No.
We said a Rolodex. I was talking to somebody one time, and I was like, "Oh, you know, you want to keep that in your Rolodex?" They were like, "What is a Rolodex?" I said, "Girl, you got to be kidding me! You do not know what a Rolodex?" And they were serious. I have no idea.
I know. So, what we're going to get into now, which I know that a lot of people want to talk about and want to know more about, we are in the era of podcasting, trending, streaming TV. People don't even hardly watch cable TV now. Now, cable TV is still out there, but we notice that we download apps, we download BT Plus, Disney Plus, everything. Phone. And so, with that being said, you are known as one of the top instructors for starting a TV show from scratch. So, I want to know, why do you feel that in this time that we're living in, as we're transitioning to the digital era, which I don't feel we ever going back now, why do you feel that we should have our own TV show?
Well, I think that people should have their own talk shows, period, from the perspective of there are so many things that we can do to form a deeper relationship with our clients, because you may already be an existing business owner, but you want to just offer your clients something different, something new, a fresh platform for you to be able to highlight them and their services. And it's also a way for us to connect with our mentors and to be able to give them, normally it's a good conversation starter, because if you're looking up to someone, admiring them, maybe taking their trainings, well, now guess what, you have something to offer your mentor yourself. And now you're like, come on and be on my platform. I get to have Dr. Tina Ramsay, one of my own mentors, get to come right here on the Kim Jacobs show when I had her on. I was able to offer that because I had a show. So it's just a way to be able to connect people together better.
I agree with you, because it's like the art of communication to another level. And what I particularly love about a podcast or streaming show, but I'm a podcast girl. The beautiful thing is that it's timeless, and it creates like a time capsule. And I think about my future grandchildren, great grandchildren, even when I'm no longer here, they'll be able to pull up videos and be able to see me in different ages and phases in my life.
Yes.
Seeing me in my 20s, my 30s, my 40s, and going into 50s and 60s, and be able to not only hear stories about me, but also be able to connect with me through the power of video and audio. So, and it's, to be honest, it's a wonderful way to market and position your business.
You better believe it. And it's a way to be able to connect with sponsors that want to connect with people that you're connected to. So it's a lot of different benefits. And even though, I've had a show on PBS, I've been on the Word Network, and then I've filmed at the old Jim and Tammy Faye Baker studio. You already know this, Dr. Tina. But those outlets and platforms gave me the opportunity to say, when I started doing this virtual training stuff, that this is how it needs to look in order for it to be network ready. And if you want it to be any kind of network ready, then this is what it needs to look like. And that's what some of those trainings have been happening.
And that's super duper important, because so many people are starting podcasts, starting TV shows with no experience. And it really shows sometimes when you look at different people's shows. And I applaud ingenuity. I applaud people who just take action and start. But then it's some of those same individuals that come along and want to monetize their show. And the most important thing that I feel that they need to understand is that when you want to monetize your show, your look, your feel, your audio, all of that, the visuals, the aesthetics, the reach, all that play a great factor in closing sponsorships, closing ambassadorship, closing any type of deal that involves real money. I'm not talking about swapping
Right,
products,
bartering. We talking about
bartering or
money.
products. I'm talking about they're paying you cash money or however you receive it, digital or whatever, PayPal,
Right.
whatever, but they're paying you, right? And so what I love about you and all the students that you have, when you do your TV show training, you actually you have a complete package. So they're TV ready. And what I love, they're podcast ready. Any of your students that come to me, I don't have to do anything but do all the podcasts and put them on different distributions and get them out there like in magazines or whatever like that. But the aesthetics, the look, the feel, the, everything of the show is done. You know, you
Thank
do an
you, Dr. T.
amazing job. So tell us a little bit about your course, because we already know that if you're a business owner, if you're an author, you're a coach, whatever, you need you a show.
Well,
Okay.
first of all, I want to thank you because you do send students over to take the training. So I notice whether they've ever been my student or not, if they even come to your platform and you're willing to accept them, because I know you don't accept everyone, but when you do accept them, you even refer some of them to take the training course that I offer. And so I just want to say thank you for doing that and publicly say thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, because you listen. I told you I'm retiring from that part of the, from the industry. I said I prayed to God to help me find someone that was better than me, not just good as
Oh,
me,
please.
but was better than me, right? And I
Mm-mm.
said that I can trust, that has ethics and morals, because you can find a lot of people that can do things, but what is your character? What is your
Yeah.
ethics? What is your morals, which are very important to me. And so when I start working with you, I was like, okay, I don't have to worry about them. I don't have to be a supervisor, micromanager saying, did you get the work done? Did you get the work? No, it's done. I send them to you and it's done. So that's why I highly recommend you and your services, because number one, I know you're going to do a fantastic job.
Mhm.
Number two, I know you're going to do what you say. And number three, when it is done, I'm like, thank you, God.
Well, thank you. Thank you for trusting me. And I definitely trust you and love everything that you see with Dr. Tina Ramsay. The Tina Ramsay show is actually perfection. Is what you should be striving to have it ultimately look like. This is sheer perfection. So in my opinion, I think that you are just a great leader when it comes to all of us learning from you that's a part of CTR Media Network as podcasters. And I'm really excited about being in your platform. So okay, now we did all of that. All of
Okay,
that. I
you
love
guys,
you.
we,
We
we,
love
we got
you.
to get back to the regular broadcast. Y'all, I did not pay her to do that.
I'm like, oh, now we did all of our love, hugs, and kisses. So,
Yes, hugs and kisses, but we really feel this way about each other. So
yeah.
we're gonna get back professional.
Okay, you said well, okay, so the
Okay,
training
so
course.
tell us about your training, because I know that it's not just one training. So
Right.
tell us a little bit about the training. Also, I know that you have something very different that you usually don't do with your training,
Right.
which makes it more accessible to everyday people doing extraordinary things. So tell us a little bit about your training, and also tell us about uh, that amazing opportunity.
All right. Well, the training is a 6-week one-on-one training. And so what happens is we identify what the focus of your show is going to be. We'll talk about what type of person really needs to be in the studio audience in order for you to have a successful show. We'll talk about how to get guests to come on your show so that you don't have a bunch of blanks and open spaces, because that is very aggravating when you are a podcast, virtual talk show, television talk show, audio streaming talk show host. You want to make sure you have guests that come on your show. Then we'll also talk about what platform you should be streaming live on. And it's a wide variety of them, but I'll share the ones that I think are the best. And from my perspective, we'll talk about sponsorship and monetization, and ultimately your lighting, sound, studio audience engagement, all of those things. And then we offer a graduation. So at the end of it all, you'll formally graduate and be presented to the community for the show launch itself. And you get to own all of your own content. Now, do you want me to also, I should go ahead and say this one special thing that has never really happened before, but we're going to be right now, starting on Monday, I'm offering a group training that's going to be specific to 5 students. And those 5 students will get the opportunity to split a cost for amongst the 5 of them. They're still going to get the 6-week training, and the technical training is added into it as well. So if you're interested in that, you can go to kim@thebalancedoctor.tv, which is my email, and let me know if you want to join this group training in this cohort. Yeah.
Well, I love it because now it's budget friendly, and sometimes when you doing something new, you need some accountability partners. So
Yeah.
it feels a little it's like you get in the training, we have you, then you have the accountability because you not only there by yourself. No, you're not there by yourself. You have 4 other people looking at you, and you need to go ahead and complete this.
Yeah.
And so I would just want to encourage individuals who, because there's a lot of people that want to start a podcast or want to start a TV show. And I feel that when you first start out, being that now podcasting is transitioning to video, it's very, very important for you to start with video first, in my personal opinion, because you can easily transition video into audio, but you can never transition audio into video, okay, unless you put some little slide photos over the top of it. So I have seen personally how this has really helped me, and it has opened up many opportunities for me to be able to get in rooms that I would have never gotten into had I not been a talk show host,
Right.
a podcast host. It opened up rooms for me and also opportunities to get my brand out, not only my brand, but other people's brand as well. And it's a great networking piece. And you can do it from the comfort of your home. And I forgot to say, Kim's training is going to be done from the comfort of your home. So you don't have to get in your car and go anywhere, people. So I want to speak. Do you want to share anything else about your coaching? Because would they go to kimjacobshow.com for your?
Okay, here, I'm going to give you right now, if you want the one-on-one training, it's kimjacobsconsulting.com. And Dr. Les Brown, there is a video there of him actually endorsing the program that we do. And that's with me working with you one-on-one for the 6 weeks. But if you would like to join in on the cohort, the new class that's starting, which I'm putting everyone into a group chat, people are already so excited because they're like, oh, I'm coming on. And I'm going to put everybody in the same group communication. It's off the chain exciting. And you want this final seat that's in this class that's starting, email me at kim@thebalancedoctor.tv, and doctor is spelled out because I know you also have audio podcast listeners too. kim@thebalancedoctor.tv. Email me and say, I want to be in the group training. Don't be trying to get me in that one-on-one training. My budget says group, girlfriend, but I have to limit it to like 5 per cohort per class because I don't want to get overwhelmed. Okay.
I know. And so what we're going to do right now, we're going to take a commercial break. And then when we come back, we're going to speak a little bit about one of your amazing, we're going to talk about all of your children, but then we're going to speak about one child in particular. And we'll be back in a moment, you guys, with the amazing Kim Jacobs, the Balance Doctor. Okay.
Are you ready to skyrocket your podcasting journey? Look no further than The Power of Podcasting by Dr. Tina J. Ramsay. This book is not just any ordinary guide. It's a game changer that offers insider strategies, captivating content creation tips, proven techniques, and monetization secrets. But that's not all. When you purchase The Power of Podcasting, you also receive a complimentary bonus, Dr. Ramsay's sought-after podcast 30-video course valued at $999, absolutely free. It's no wonder this book is a #1 bestseller on Amazon and has been rated one of the top 10 best new podcasting books to read by Book Authority. Dr. Ramsay's expertise and practical advice have earned her acclaim in the industry. So, what are you waiting for? Take the leap and unlock your podcasting success today. Grab your copy of The Power of Podcasting, Unlocking Tips and Strategies for Podcast Success by Dr. Tina J. Ramsay on Amazon, or visit their website at ctrmedianetwork.com. A link will be provided in this episode's description. Your podcasting journey starts here.
Hello. I'm going to say I absolutely loved being on the Tina Ramsay Show. her ability to be able to ask questions, her ability to be able to showcase a female, her professionalism, the communication, the razzmatazz of the entire outlook here on the podcast was absolutely phenomenal. And I'm honestly going to give her a 10 out of 10 when it comes to her podcasting skills. And I can say this with a lot of backing because I've been on over 100 podcasts. And I'm telling you, she's A1 in my book for sure.
And just like that, we are back. And I have the amazing Kim Jacobs, better known as the Balance Doctor, Telly Award winning talk show host of the Kim Jacobs Show. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm enjoying myself. Thank you for having me, Dr. Tina J. Ramsay.
Listen, I'm enjoying myself as well. And one thing that is really stands out to me about you, when I think of you not only as a talk show host, I think of you as a woman that loves God. I think of you as a mother, a loving mother. I also think of you as a community leader. Those are some of the words. It's a whole lot of words, positive. That when I think of you, that I feel and that I see on a regular day-to-day basis. And you're a person that really likes to see people win. And so when I see all the different things that you do, I would be remiss if I didn't mention your hearts, your baby.
Those are my heartbeats for sure.
And so these are Kim's beautiful children. And in the center, we have a remarkable young man. And you're probably wondering, why is he on a photo? So could you tell us a little bit about this remarkable man and why he's on the photo and how we can support?
Yes. Okay. So first of all, I think I need to get another button because I wear this pen of Gabriel Michael Jacobs all the time. Anybody that knows me knows that this is with me on close to my heart here, even though it's on the opposite side for aesthetics. Anyway, but the thing is, being a mom of 5 children, all of my children are incredible. They have so many gifts and talents that they're using, and they are soaring to high heights. And I can tell you that Gabriel Michael, named after 2 angels, when we birthed him, he was 12 years old whenever he ended up having a situation that none of us even knew existed. Had no clue. He played football, basketball, taekwondo. In our family, which I have 3 children that fight cystic fibrosis, a lung disease, Gabe was the healthiest child in our family, according to all of the physicians. Wow. Okay. So we didn't look out for anything that was a problem because he always passed all of his sports physicals. He was the bill of health. He was 5'10" and a gentle giant, would stop the football games whenever anybody would get damaged. He would be like, oh, he'd stop everything. But unbeknownst to us, he actually was playing a game of basketball with my husband at the time and our 4 sons. And he played this game of basketball, and we had no idea that that was going to be the day that he formally was no longer going to be here on this earth. There are no words to describe when you're talking about balance in life and all of this stuff. As a mother, I'm writing a book about this, but as a mother, I don't even know of any. I can't think of anything that anybody could ever do to me at all that would matter as much as my son transitioning from this earth. When I was at the hospital, I asked the doctor when he met with us in the private room, could I please give my heart? I just wanted to give my heart. And they were thinking I was crazy, but I was like, I'm not crazy at all. I'm asking you all because I've already lived a life. I've already lived a great life. Travel, I have 5 kids. Take my heart and give it to my son. If people can be like heart donors, then why can't I give my heart? And let me just voluntarily become a heart donor today. And I never talk about this at this level because I don't want to be all, yeah, I don't talk about it that much because Les Brown always tells us don't talk about anything that you're not going to be able to come back from quickly. And so I definitely can't talk about this part of Gabe that much because it broke my heart. And the reason is, and there's a thing that you could die of broken heart syndrome.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that, but I was telling my family when Gabe died, I said, listen, I called a family meeting. I said, listen to me carefully. There is something, it's a pain in my heart. There's a pain in my heart that is real. It's not a joke. It's like physical pain in my heart that feels like my heart is breaking. And I want y'all to know that if I die within this time frame, it's because I died from a broken heart. My heart went away when Gabe died. But I had to make a conscious, no, I don't want to be snotting on your show. Sorry. I had to make a conscious decision because it is a conscious decision that you can make as to whether you're going to stay on this earth or whether all hope is gone and you're going to go ahead and go to glory. And I decided that I have 4 children that still need me to celebrate them. Frankie, a student at UNC Chapel Hill. Jeremiah is 18, just graduated. He does websites. Jayla, she's in high school in the 10th grade, do animations. Ivan, he does weight training and weight loss training, and he's at UNC Charlotte. These kids still have their hearts beating, and they need me to be here for them to celebrate them as their mom, right? I made a conscious decision. And what we did is we formed Gabe's Heart Foundation in honor of Gabe. And Gabe's Heart Foundation is founded to be able to keep his heart beating, to spread awareness about sudden cardiac arrest in young people. Gabe'sHeart.org is where you can find out lots of information about Gabriel Michael Jacobs. But beyond Gabe as just a person, the world needs to know that sudden cardiac arrest in pediatric patients and students and athletes that are going and getting these sports physicals and they're passing them, but they still are collapsing on the football and the basketball courts and stuff because you have to have some type of ultrasound, which is not easy to obtain. If you don't have an ultrasound or EKG, that something that the ultrasound looks at the chambers of the heart to determine if there's a defect that can be surgically corrected, Dr. Tina.
Oh, wow.
But you don't know. Other people since Gabe passed away have had their children's heart checked, and they found a defect. And now guess what? They are surgically corrected it. They've corrected it, and they're going to have extended life because of it. So Gabe's heart still continues to beat on this earth today. I'll take a break because I don't know.
Yes. And so what we're going to do, we're going to take a commercial break. I know we already took one, you guys, but we're going to take another one, and we'll be back in a moment. The Homeschooling Interactive Magazine is a magazine that embraces and celebrates the entire homeschooling experience. Our magazine is different from all the rest because we provide beneficial information and assistance in homeschooling, business, wellness, mental health, resources, and life. We encourage you to pick up a copy of our magazine today on Amazon.com by simply searching the Homeschooling Interactive Magazine. The Homeschooling Interactive Magazine is all about impacting the world through home-based learning, helping to de-stress the homeschooling experience. Get your copy from Amazon today. For anybody that knows Tina, she's all about visibility, she's all about connection, and she's all about helping people create a source of income through monetization. And so, again, Tina is just really good at what she does. If you've not connected with Tina, if you've seen her show or heard her podcast and you're thinking about connecting with her, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. As a result of my connections with Tina, she has helped me with recruitment of speakers for my upcoming event. She's also helped me to recruit several authors for a few of the book projects that I have had the opportunity to produce in this past year. And in all, Tina's just a really great person, that she's genuine in helping entrepreneurs in reaching their goals. So again, if you have not connected with Tina, be sure that you do.
The Tina Ramsay Show is definitely a great venue for you to connect with other entrepreneurs, to connect with other individuals that are going to be interested in your service or your project. This is Tiffany Bell. Again, you are watching and listening to the Tina Ramsay Show, and I look forward to being able to connect with you.
And just like that, we are back. And I just want to tell you guys before the initial break, we took a little break because when you get moved by a life that has so much value, when you think about a young boy like Gabe, who managed in a short period of time to make such an indelible impact that surpasses his lifespan on this earth. Let me be specific, on this earth. And the fact that his family is keeping this going on, and is actually helping to prevent other families from having to deal with this. All of our life, we're looking for our purpose. All of our life, we're looking for a way in order to make a positive impact. And even though I don't know Gabe personally, but when I read his story, I saw the walk, I saw what his family is doing. It made me get curious to start researching about this young man. And in 12 years of his life, he did more than some of us do in 70 years on this earth. And so the reason why I want to speak about him a little bit, and I'm going to let his mom be in the back for a little while, is because I want you guys to really support this initiative, Gabe's Heart Foundation. This year, September the 23rd, 2023, you can actually support in Concord, North Carolina. But if you cannot come to this walkathon, this 5K walk and run, you can donate. This is something that can be corrected, okay, if it's found early. And myself, having a heart defect myself, this hits hard to me. If anyone ever heard about mitral valve prolapse, the reason why this hits hard for me is because having children is a beautiful gift from God. But every single time I had a child, it made my heart valves get leakier and leakier. Okay, with your blood going backwards. Okay, and so we didn't know that until I was pregnant. Okay, so a lot of these things we don't know. We need to get an EKG. We don't know we need to do certain things. So go get your health checkups and make sure that you support this beautiful, beautiful young man, and the foundation. Purchase a t-shirt, send a donation to the Kim Jacobs Show, support the Kim Jacobs Show, and support this initiative, and make sure to keep this story alive and to keep it going by supporting it day by day. So before I bring Kim back on, I'm going to say some things from the live studio audience, and then we're going to switch up a little bit. We have Kimberly in the building. She said, "Good evening, ladies. Look so beautiful." Listen, child, we had to get ourselves together. we coming back. We coming back. And then Kimberly said, "Thank you so much for sharing the most intimate part of your journey." I know she's speaking to Kim. And Johnny said, "Hello, Johnny." And this is the website, Gabe's, I'm getting all choked up, heartfoundation.org. Okay, so now we're going to bring Kim Jacobs back on. Okay, welcome back to the show. I mean, he's just a remarkable young man, so he just took it all about heart. I can't even imagine how
over 100 people accepted, young people went up to the altar to accept Christ as their personal savior at his homegoing service. These are kids from all different walks of life. They came, they gave. They said he was considered guardian Gabe and the school anti-bullying mediator. And they walked up to the altar, which I had never seen that happen before.
No.
And they voluntarily walked up to the altar and accepted Christ. They said, "We want the same Christ that Gabe had serves."
Wow, that's powerful. That's powerful. And so you guys make sure to go support. And now we're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to speak a little bit about the Kim Jacobs Show, baby. Yes, we're going to get a little upbeat with the Kim Jacobs Show. And so I want you to tell us a little bit about the Kim Jacobs Show. Why did you decide to leave from basically, you had your own live studio audience, your own in-studio television show that was everywhere. So what made you decide to transition from real TV in the studio to transitioning into streaming TV. Really before people start thinking it was a thing. So what made you start? What made you transition into that and be a pioneer?
Well, actually, the pandemic is what made all of us kind of transition. So
Mhm.
I was home one day and decided I'm just sitting here. I know we're in lockdown mode, but I'm not going to just sit here and not go live and say something. So I tried to start figuring out all of the technology. And I'm like, okay, what do you do? What do you do to do this? I'm going live. It says go live. Hey, everybody, I'm Kim Jacobs. Normally Daily Balance with Kim Jacobs and all of that. But I decided it's going to be the Kim Jacobs show or the Balance Doctor or whatever we were going to call it. I didn't really care. I just wanted to talk to people.
Mhm.
I love people, Dr. Tina. So
I know.
the day I was like, I'll do a virtual hug with you. Whatever it takes for me to stay connected with people is really that's what made me do it. It was no rhyme or reason. I just decided I'm not sitting here in no pandemic closed away from everybody in the world when we can connect through this social media streaming platforms.
I love it. And you was able to build such an amazing platform. And I have had the privilege of being a featured guest on your show more than one
Yes.
time. And by the way, I'll be back.
You come right on. You can come on the Kim Jacobs show even when I don't come on. You can just be the person filling in for me. Okay.
Okay.
Anytime.
I'm gonna have to take you up on that offer
Yes.
because I absolutely love the Kim Jacobs show. The Kim Jacobs show is an amazing platform if you're looking to speak about anything in regards to your business, your personal story, uh, resources. I make the Kim Jacobs show one of my stops when I'm on any type of promo because I know that she's going to handle my content with decency and care. She's going to ask me the right questions, and she's going to help me spotlight myself in a better way. Because sometimes you get on camera and you be like, I should have said this. No, she's gonna bring it out.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you're doing an amazing job. So you guys,
You're being modest, though. I have to interrupt you for a second because this woman is being so modest. She has CTR Media Network podcasters, right? And it's all of these very professional podcast hosts. And we're all in a group with her, learning and gleaning from her excellence and everything that she shares. You would think she's like a total queen of a country. But we're like, what else, Dr. Tina? Come on, talk to us, baby. This woman, she supports all of us on our journey as we're going live and streaming. She takes time to go and visit. She shares the different shows into the group so that everyone gets exposed to it. She does trainings every month with us. She has legal advisors come on, people teaching us all manner of things that we just would not be able to access so quickly. So I just want to say thank you personally. And I know I speak on, I normally don't speak on anybody's behalf, but I know I speak on behalf of all of CTR Media podcasters when we say hail to the queen.
see, I love to spotlight and position and elevate other people, and I prefer to be in the background. So I can still recognize that God gave me this gift. Like you said, God gave you your gifts, God gave me this gift. So I take it, I hear what you're saying, I appreciate it, but I know that I would be nothing without him. And that he took special interest in me and allowed me to be able to understand and be able to maneuver and bring people together in order to make a positive impact. Now, that's something I don't take lightly. But if he wasn't backing me up, I wouldn't be able to do any of this stuff.
That's
Okay,
funny.
so just like you, we both recognize where our strength come from. We
Yeah.
recognize where our strength come from. It don't come from Kim. It don't come from
No,
Tina.
the
It comes from
joy of the
God.
Lord is my strength, not the joy of any human being. The
Now,
joy of the
we about to
Lord.
turn this thing into a hallelujah moment. Okay, don't get me and Kim start talking about how good God is now on this live today. Okay, don't get us started. But so because we realize where our strength come from, because it's not easy at the end of the day, but the love that we have for all of you and the love that we have for people and the goal of just making a positive impact to help you see yourself the way you should be seeing yourself. Um, that is my goal, and that's why CTR Media Network was formed. And so, you guys, when I'm speaking of Kim Jacobs and the Kim Jacobs show, I want you to understand that she not only has a show, she has a production and she has the experience. So, we're going to piggyback back for all of you people who in my inbox and emails. This is the person that I highly recommend if you want your TV show done from scratch, okay? And a TV show done from scratch in such a way that is transferable for TV and also podcasting, because way Kim does it, once she finished with you, you can go in both places with the exact same content and don't have to pay any more money for that particular service, okay? And so I need you to understand how powerful that is. And the being that she's doing this cohort, you need to get you a group of 5 together and y'all can split that little money and you go in there.
We have some in the group already
Oh,
that's
you already
starting
have
on
some?
Monday. So right now you can get
Ooh.
that.
Well, you better
last
get up
week
in
that's
there if you've been
available.
waiting. Get
Yeah.
in there. Get in there now. Okay, so we have some of our studio. Oh, hey, Sheila.
Sheila.
Hey, she's one of our fellow podcasters at CTR Media Network. She said amazing. She also said, Dr. Oh, here you go. Dr. Tina.
Bingo. Yes. That's right.
Listen, I need to read these before I post, because if it's about me, I won't
She is
post.
the goat.
She said, CTR Media Network podcasters. Thank you, Dr. Tina, for your gift. Well, honey, thank God, because at the end of the day, like I said, he gives me.
Mackenzie's on. She works with me at the Kim Jacobs show too. Hey, Mackenzie.
Oh, Mackenzie, she's there.
She's over there making a comment. My mom is on. I saw a comment from my
Hey,
mom.
Mackenzie. She's the one who helped us look good on the Kim Jacobs show.
Yeah.
Some of those people that you don't ever see in the front
Yeah.
to make us look really, really good. I hear her say her name quite a bit. So thank you so much for tuning in.
And Cassandra, who I don't say, you might not hear her name as much, but she is working diligently in the background.
Oh, thank you, Cassandra. And also her mom that's tuning in as well. Mackenzie said, yep, that's me. All right, you guys. So let me go back. You have your you change it to audio with Dr. Les Brown. You don't hardly ever hear people say that, but he is Dr. Les Brown.
Les Brown.
Yeah, it's Dr. Les Brown. You can go ahead and get that DVD or I would say audio to help you. And I feel like this will help you just get a perspective of business itself. Okay, so go ahead and get it. It's food for thought and from people who really know what they're talking about. Make sure to donate and support the Gay Foundation. And I also want you to know that the Kim Jacobs Show is supported by volunteer donations, and you can become a sponsor of her show so that she can support all the different things that she's been doing for you. So make sure to support her, and you can reach out. I will be putting up the information. It's in the description of this video where you can actually click and be able to support her on all the different venues that she does. And let's make sure that we have everything that we posted about you, because I want to make sure while I'm here, everybody knows all about you. We have Mackenzie talking about, y'all look gorgeous. You should see what we're doing behind the scenes. Okay, thank you. And so, Kim, is there anything else you could say that you feel that can help us in the world of podcasting / TV or balancing our lives? What do you have any other tips that you can share with us?
As far as balancing, because we're talking also about me being the balance doctor, I think it's important too that when we are in the moment of a situation, being here now, I talk about that in my book, Extreme Balance Makeover. So a tip that I would give you is be here in the moment right then. And as a parent, if you're trying to figure out how to juggle all of these hats that you're wearing, maybe merging some of the obligations that you have. Like for me, because I could sit in the car for 3-4 hours and my son was really heavily into acting, I would get out of the car and go audition. And for example, I was Mary, which was Sidney Poitier's mom in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, in a theatrical performance, all because I was merging the obligation. Just because I'm already going to be there anyway, I might as well participate and bond more with my child. Trying to think of any other thing that I think would be helpful too is really prioritizing your life so that you get the maximum out of it. You can't get everything done in a given day. So identify the top maybe 3 or 4 things and then carry the rest over. And it might not even be that important the next day, and kind of force rank it. So a lot of different tips that I share, but if you get the book, Extreme Balance Makeover, you'll get some of those tips.
Well, you need to be glad that you did spill the tea, because I believe it's your mother or Vicky.
Oh, this right here. I didn't even say that. Vicki L. Evans is a playwright, and she has some wonderful plays. If you can ever get to any of her performances, be in the house. Vicki L. Evans. I actually played. My son went to her training class to become an actor. When he was becoming an actor, he got trained by her. And she also, yes, she is great with your children and taking training classes. And she also had me be, I was a real judgmental accountant person, evangelist that was judging this lady that fell in love with the pastor and all of this stuff. And I was like, I was real starchy, but I did make a role in one of her performances. Thank you, Vicki.
Well, that's amazing. That's amazing, because I know that your mom is on here, and I couldn't remember what her name was.
Bradley is my mom.
Well, I'm here to tell you, I'm like, she's spilling all the tea. She was like, listen, Kim keeps it a secret, but she a great actress. So I like, you know what? We're going to give this exclusive.
Only Vicki. Her performances are amazing.
And where can we see in the future some of her performances if we want to go to and play?
VickiLEvans.com. Look at me up here promoting. And I really do love celebrating everybody, because I believe in life there's more than enough room for everyone to succeed. VickiLEvans.com. She's the author of multiple books, one of which teaches you how to create play from scratch. So if you're interested in doing your own plays, go and visit VickiLEvans.com. She's the author of a book that we've been doing every week or so. We've been doing a deep dive into each chapter called Knowing Your Worth. It's Know Your Worth, How to Slay the Dragon of Low Self-Esteem. It's her book. It is powerful. So go to VickiLEvans.com and let her know the Kim Jacobs Show sent you her way.
Yes. So make sure to check her out, and when she has some plays, go to a play. Now, I have never wrote a play. I don't think, that's not my gift. But one day I will be in a couple plays, because I am a thespian.
You are so dramatic. You would do well. Come be in one of her plays.
Yes, I will. My husband tell me I'm a whole TV show. Playing all the parts. But anyway, so you guys, let's make sure that you go to KimJacobsConsulting.com. That's KimJacobsConsulting.com to be able to take part in her Start Your TV Show from Scratch one-on-one. Now, if you want to be part of this cohort that's starting Monday, you need to reach out to her personally. She'll give you all that little information, and Kim can tell us one more time. Also,
right here, Kim@thebalancedoctor.tv. I just put it in the comments section.
Okay, awesome. And KimJacobsShow.com. You can go see her books and all the other things that's amazing about Kim. And we also we're going to make sure we pop up all your social media so that they can be able to get in contact with you as well. Kim @thebalancedoctor.tv. Let me say that again. That's Kim @thebalancedoctor, spelled all the way out, .tv. Vicki said, thanks, Kim Jacobs. So you guys make sure to check out the Kim Jacobs Show. She is all over social media. So I want you to follow her on all social media platforms. She's on Twitter at Kim the Balanced Doctor. That's DR here. And Instagram, the Kim Jacobs Show. And she also has on Instagram, Kim Jacobs, the Balanced Doctor. And on LinkedIn, she's Kim Jacobs. So make sure to check that out. She also have Facebook as well, too. Facebook's the Kim Jacobs Show and the Balanced Doctor. So as you can see, she's the Balanced Doctor, the Kim Jacobs Show. Kim Jacobs. She keeps it
all
very
one
simple.
Though. Kim, a child of God.
She's keep it real simple for you guys to be able to follow her. And for those of you who want to get connected with her, as to be up under her, I would say tutelage, her mentorship, up under her chapter, because she is the managing director for the Charlotte branch of the eWomenNetwork.com. So you can get in contact with Kim in regards to how you want to get started, what does that entail, and how you can benefit in your business from this initiative of helping 1 million women. And you can be one of the 1 million, a part of that goal. So make sure to get in contact with her on that. And we definitely need to pop up gabesheartfoundation.org. That's gabesheartfoundation.org. Make sure, and you don't have to just wait to September to support now and support after and support later because they do this every single year, and you need funds in order to keep making a difference like this. And also she has motherdreamer.com/join. That's your Patreon or something?
No, that's actually, it's a group of mothers that we all come together and we help each other's dreams become a reality, because maybe some of the moms have actually sat their dreams and goals on their back burner to raise their children. But we encourage each other and support each other in our Mother Dreamer movement.
Love it, love it, absolutely love it. And we do that as mothers.
Yes.
We feel like we can't have both, or if we do try to do both, we're doing our children a disservice, but it's actually helping when you actually don't forget yourself. So Kim, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show today. And is there anything else you would like to share with our audience before we wrap this up?
The only other thing I'll say to everybody is, first of all, thank you, Dr. Tina Ramsay. I thank your husband, Curtis Ramsay, as well. He's so supportive of you. And so I just think you all are a power couple, and I'm excited about that. And I thank all of you all that tuned in today. Listen, all of you have gifts and talents to use. God trusts you with those gifts and talents. So don't deprive us here and the rest of the world by not utilizing the gifts that God put inside of you. We all miss out if you don't use them. So that's all.
I agree with you 1000%. Thank you so much for being a featured guest on the Tina Ramsay Show, sharing your story. You got a little personal today with us, and many people was able to see a different side of you and really see how your heart beats outside of the Kim Jacobs Show. I'm honored that you would even come on the Tina Ramsay Show. So thank you for sharing your life, sharing your story, and also making a positive impact in the world. So hold tight in the back, and I'll be back in a moment. Wasn't that an amazing episode, you guys? I know many times I absolutely love the reason why I started the Tina Ramsay Show was because ever since I was a little girl, I always was intrigued with and fascinated with people's story. But in the beginning, it was all about celebrities and people who I saw on television, understanding the real person behind the person on the screen. And so I was never that girl, that little girl that was reading Dr. Seuss books. I was reading biographies about Josephine Baker. I was reading 1,000-page books trying to figure out the real person behind the actor and actresses. So the Tina Ramsay Show is just an extension of a childhood dream of bringing to light the people who we love, like Kim Jacob, who is an amazing talk show host, and allowing you to see that they're more than one-dimensional. They're 3, 4, 5, 7-dimensional, and just extraordinary individuals that you already love. But when you get to know them a little bit more, you just love them even more so. So thank you guys for actually tuning in to the show today. Make sure to tune in to the Tina Ramsay Show every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. EST. We also have a special episode coming up this Friday as well. And if no one told you today that you are worthy, that you are valuable, I want you to know that the Tina Ramsay Show, I love you. Okay. And until next time, I want you to do what? I want you to keep smiling. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Let's see what the live studio audience is saying. Okay, said, thank you, Dr. Tina, for being a great host and leader. Oh, thank you, Kim. And I love all of you. We love you as well. So you guys make sure to check out The Balanced Doctor, the Kim Jacobs Show, and support everything that she does. She's an incredible person. And I really love her with all my heart because I've been watching, seeing, and she is a woman of her word. Okay. So make sure to support women and just individuals who are doing great, great things. Make sure to go pick up The Power of Podcasting book from Amazon. Is actually #1. If you want to learn how to start a podcast, you can start a podcast there. And if you want to know more about the podcast revolution, we actually featured many of our podcasters in the top 100 podcasters. You will also see the Kim Jacobs Show within the pages of this magazine, along with some riveting stories and tips to help you grow in podcasting, and also information on how you can get in contact with Kim Jacobs to start your TV show from scratch, and also to be able to start supporting the Gates Foundation. And if you are already have a podcast and you looking for a new podcast home, you can join CTR Media Network. We have some spots available. You just reach out at ctrmedianetwork.com. That's ctrmedianetwork.com. These are just some of the podcasters that we have been able to help with CTR Media Network. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to wrap this up, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you so much, CTR Media Network, Dr. Tina Ramsay, along with the staff of CTR Media Network and all of the podcasters that have programs featured on CTR Media Network. I'm Kim Jacobs, the host of The Kim Jacobs Show, and we're bringing balance to the world one household at a time. It is such an honor and a privilege to be able to be associated with Dr. Tina Ramsay and her program with CTR Media Network. They go over and beyond the call of duty and do exceptionally well when it comes to the podcasters. I'm saying things that are like, ooh, mind-blowing. They are exceeding our expectations, and I cannot be more grateful and more thankful. So I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for all of your professionalism, your consideration, going the extra mile to make sure that your podcasters have what we need to be able to have a thriving program and to get exposed to over 350 million households, 46 countries. I am excited to be a part of CTR Media Network, and I don't take it for granted. Thank you, Dr. Tina Ramsay, for all that you do. God bless you.
Well, you have any closing remarks before we head out?
Y'all, please support the movement of CTR Media Network. I'm telling you, being a part of this amazing media family, I can't go wrong, right? They have the support. They support us in all that we do. When we have questions, they take the time out to advise and mentor. So definitely check out the different plethora of shows that are on the network. I promise you, and I'm not saying this because I'm part of the family, but I promise you, you will be uplifted, inspired, educated, motivated, all the good stuff that we all need to carry ourselves out through the day. So definitely go check it out, y'all.
Awesome. I definitely appreciate you.